doing today, Pennsylvania? In just a short time, you will be hearing from the man who is going to save the United States of America. And each of you will have a chance with your vote to deliver justice for every American who's been wronged by the system, everyone who's lost a job, everyone who's suffered from our open border, everyone who's been betrayed and let down and treated as a second-class citizen for 40 years. You're going to deliver justice for all of them. Now, I am so thrilled and so honored to get the chance to talk to all of you today. My name is Stephen Miller, and I'm Mr. Trump's policy advisor. And I get to tell all of you the truth about the two other people in this race, John Kasich and Ted Cruz. There's some things that I can tell Pennsylvania is very excited tonight. Well, let's talk a little bit about Ted Cruz since we brought him up. I won't make it very long, don't worry. We want to talk about much happier things. Now, who here in this room tonight thinks manufacturing is critical for the future of this state? Amen. Senator Ted Cruz voted for Barack Obama's trade bill to destroy forever manufacturing in the United States of America. So for every mom out there who's worried about whether her kid will have a job, for every dad out there who's worried about whether their kid will have a job, Ted Cruz says the children of Pennsylvania don't get to have jobs because he voted for Obama's trade bill. Ted Cruz also voted to increase by 500% the number of foreign workers coming into the United States. Ted Cruz voted to double the amount of Muslim immigration into the United States. Because Ted Cruz doesn't care about you, he doesn't care about your family, he only cares about his donors, and we're not going to let him destroy the middle class in this state. And I'll just be real quick and I'll tell you about John Kasich too. John Kasich has pledged that if he's elected president, he'll pass an amnesty bill in 100 days. Giving your jobs to illegal immigrants, giving your tax dollars to illegal immigrants, putting your children at risk. Build that wall. And you know why we're going to build that wall? We're going to build that wall to keep your family safe. We're going to build that wall to keep the drugs out of our communities. We're going to build that wall so your wages will go up for a change. We're going to build that wall because America is a country and a country has borders. Well, John Kasich doesn't want a wall. John Kasich wants amnesty. John Kasich, like Ted Cruz, also supports Obama's trade bill. And John Kasich voted for NAFTA. So, to all the people that are hurting in this state, John Kasich is the cause of your misery. Everybody needs to understand this. For every family out there who's seen their wages go down, for every family out there that suffered the pain from a closed factory, whether you worked at the factory or you worked in the town that needed the factory, John Kasich is the cause of your misery. John Kasich is the cause of your suffering because he supported the corporate trade policies that destroyed the middle class in this country. There's nothing sadder. It breaks my heart when I see the rust on those factory walls, and I think about the dreams that were crushed, the opportunities that were lost. But I have good news for you, because when Donald Trump is president, those jobs are coming back. God bless this country. Now, I'm sure that a lot of people out there have felt like second-class citizens, wondering why the government protects illegal immigrants, protects refugees, protects the special interests, fights for political correctness, but doesn't seem to care that much about you. And you've probably felt like maybe it's time you had someone in your corner for a change. Maybe it's time you had someone who would fight for you. Maybe it's time you turned on the TV and somebody was fighting as hard for Pennsylvania workers as politicians fight for illegal immigrants. So I'll just close by saying this. I'm sure a lot of you have seen on TV people complaining about Mr. Trump's tone. They say he's too tough on crime. They say he's too tough on illegal immigration. They say he's too tough on our borders. And so they weep in Washington, D.C. I know, I was there. The special interests weep their tears and they say Donald Trump is too tough. Let me ask you all a question. Did the special interests weep when your factories closed down? Did the special interests cry when our children were killed because of open borders? Did they shed any tears for Kate Steinle? And you know why? Because the special interests don't care about you. But you know who does care about you? Donald J. Trump cares about you. And when Pennsylvania sends Donald Trump to the White House, he's going to fight for all of you. No Americans left behind anymore. No more second-class citizenship for American citizens in their own country, because Donald Trump loves all of you and he's going to fight for all of you. Pennsylvania, this is your chance. This is your once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it is never going to come again. Will you seize it? Will you come out and vote? Will you get your friends to vote? Then I appeal to all of you to stand strong and stand tall and help Donald J. Trump deliver justice for the American people. Help Donald Trump deliver justice for every American who's been left behind. Help Donald Trump deliver justice for everyone whose factory was shut down, everyone who lost their jobs, everyone whose wages were depressed by uncontrolled migration. Do it because you love your country, you love each other, you love your families, you love your children, you love your neighbors. You're doing it for love of your community, out of compassion for your country. This is